Offshore wealth is now at $8.5 trillion, a rise of 6.1%, and is expected to reach $11.2 trillion by 2017. According to the Boston Consulting Group, the top three destinations for this money are Switzerland, Singapore, and Hong Kong, who together have only managed to muster a total of one Tax Information Exchange Agreement, or TIEA, out of the 800 currently in force. Is there a correlation between this fact and the increasing popularity of these countries among high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals? Absolutely. Besides the fact that they, along with their competitors in the rest of the offshore world, offer discretion and a broad, specialized and diversified suite of private banking services and expertise, these countries have a large and growing network of double taxation agreements. They know that tax treaties are integral to providing asset solutions to the rich and highly mobile. TIEAs, on the other hand, add nothing to the profile of these destination countries for offshore wealth. Instead, they know that in the marketplace, TIEAs serve only to dilute their business brand. This is especially so since the global standard on tax information exchange contained in TIEAs is reflected in their tax treaties, most of which, over the past 5 years, have been systematically updated in line with the OECD standard. Why else would they have secured a passing grade in their OECD Phase 1 assessments, which determines whether a country has the requisite number and type of agreements demonstrating their commitment to the international standard? The moral of this story is, offshore financial centers need to stop diverting their national wealth, which is after all the collective wealth of their people, on TIEAs that were never expected to provide the definitive solution to lack of access to confidential taxpayer information. OFCs need to stop blindly fueling the work program of the OECD, especially when these plans seem only to gain momentum, even among its own membership, under threat of sanction by the G20. By now, OFCs ought to have recognized that in the past 5 years, since the TIEA program was relaunched, precious little has changed, and what was before has only been reinforced. Indeed, the OECD itself has said it's still too early to gauge the success or otherwise of these agreements, and now has its eyes firmly fixed on populating its own multilateral convention on information exchange and the global Factor Plus agenda. Most importantly, however, OFCs need to note that with the rise in high net worth and ultra high net worth individuals projected to come from the Asia-Pacific region and not the West, it is unlikely that they will gain any part of this new market if they continue to focus their attention and resources on trying to measure up to shifting OECD standards and not minding their own business.